Hello and welcome in. My name is Mark, aka the Markster. Today we'll be making this igloo, or one similar to it, using a slightly different technique than was used here. This was made revolving a sketch and extruding another. Create a new document. And save it. Choose igloo. I'm using, by the way, version 0.19, revision number 19510. Go to the spreadsheet, Workbench, create a new spreadsheet, rename it SS. We'll need 4 variables. One will be the radius. Alright. One will be called ratio. One will be the porch length and the wall thickness. We need to create aliases in this column, and we have a tool for that. If you've been watching the earlier videos, you'll be familiar with this. In the macros menu, look for easy alias. If you do not have this, you can click add-ons here. Go to the macros section, wait for it to download and populate the list, and then we'll select one from it called easy alias. Scroll down, easy alias, and install what you have installed. Then you execute it. You must highlight these cells here, make sure you select it here in the tree, and execute the macro, and it creates the aliases depending on the text in column A. Alright, we'll choose 100 for the radius for now. Ratio 0.80. Porch length 25. Wall thickness 3. These are subject to revision. We'll save our file. Let's switch to the part workbench. Add a sphere. Angle 3 of the sphere should be 180 degrees. That'll work. And the radius equals button ss.ss. Choose radius. Alright. We're going to add a plane. Plane length equals ss.ss radius times 3. It'll be bigger than necessary, but that's okay. Radius times 3. F5 to update. We'll need to position our plane, use the placement property, position, and a negative x direction. Press equals ss.ss radius times -1. Let's see what that looks like. That'll work. Probably should have made it just, let's see. Let's try 1.5. Yeah, that's better. And in the z direction, radius times -1.5. Okay, that should not be z, that should be y. So we'll clear it. Radius times -1.5 f5. And the z will be radius times ratio. Let's see what that does. Yeah, that looks pretty good. We're going to chop off that front using that plane. Alright, let's save our work. Select the sphere and the plane. And from the part menu, select split and Boolean fragments. Okay, select the Boolean fragments, part menu, compound, explode compound. What the Boolean fragments does, it does all the Boolean operations with the two objects and keeps them all in here. You see as I'm highlighting them what they are. I'm going to hide this one. Actually, I'll just delete that one since we don't need it. I'll hide the plane. So this one is a face that we can extrude. Okay, but first, let's use a new tool called the 2D offset. Set that to -1. Okay. And the value here is wall thickness times -1. There was some error here. Let's see what the problem is. Let's try a positive number. Delete the offset. Let's try again. Okay, that's working. I think I know what it is. Wall thickness times -1 divided by let's see what that does. I don't know why I had to remove the millimeters from there. That's got me confused. Alright. Let's apply thickness to this. Maybe. Alright. I have a love-hate relationship with thickness and offset. I love them and they hate me. Wall thickness times -1. Alright, hide this. So that looks good. And now we need to extrude these two objects. And the thickness. Not the thickness, the offset. We'll extrude it. Now this one needs to be extruded forward and backwards. forward by the porch length. In reverse. Porch length also. I don't think it matters so much. What I'm trying to do here is cut this a little bit. Do you see how the thickness down here is different from up here? Because we're cutting a curved surface. So I want this to all be the same thickness. So we're going to cut this out of here. But first, let's go ahead, fuse the thickness and extrude together. And then cut this part from that fusion. Right, that's looking pretty good. Not the right dimensions. Let's set refine to true. Notice these excess edges in here, seams in here. Can perhaps remove these with the refine function. Now let's try a different porch length. 50. Forgot to do this one. Equals ss.ss porch length. F5. There we are. Alright, and let's try some different dimensions here. 200 radius. Let's try a different ratio. 0.9. You see how the ports got smaller. Let's try another one. 0.95. Now it's much smaller. 0.85. It looks pretty good to me. We can try a different wall thickness. Maybe 5. And 15. Let's check our geometry. In the settings, I have skip settings page enabled. Otherwise, you get this dialog first. You have to run the check. We'll have no errors. Review the shape content stats. "15 edges, 8 wires. And that's our igloo. So that's going to be it for today. We looked at using the 2D offset option, the thickness option. We looked at using Boolean fragments and a spreadsheet as always. Make our models more parametric. It's a little bit more work up front, but it's worth it to go ahead and make your model more parametric. Alright, well, thank you for watching and have a great day.